Dun dun dun! This is now 3 studying tips being featured by Roxanne Coronel and being cameraed by me! Ready?
Hello, Pasae. Sorry I couldn't make it to the general meeting. I had a genetics midterm today. But since I can't come there, I'm giving you 3 tips on how to succeed in your science classes. Starting with tip number 1, make a 5-day plan. So for example, my midterm is on the 15th and you have to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days and start studying around 1 to 2 chapters every single day. And then the night before your midterm, you have to review, because it's quite important that you try to remember and skim through all the stuff that you had to learn. You can go buy a big calendar like this, or a dinky little planner like this. Alright, tip number 2, make visual aids. For the fancy ones, like me, you can make what I call a flow chart of the stuff that you have to remember. This is a flow chart of something I learned back in OChem class. So how you can make one compound to another one, and the reagents that you have to add to make that. And I just kept on adding and adding and adding until the end of the semester, and I was able to use this as a cheat sheet. And for those of you, let's do it. I feel like I'm on iCarly. Okay, for those of you who are spatially challenged, like me, you gotta make one of these little molecules. Because I always had trouble trying to visualize how this thing rotates from one side to the other, and I always had trouble having to figure out what angle is that and stuff.
Yes,
so I had to make these things. They come in handy, except don't put all of your time in making them. They're quite hard after a while. And tip number 3, which is the most important part.
Sleep and or else you will die.
That's, I know, quite scary, but it's true. And I know it's quite possible because our schedules over at Berkeley is quite hectic sometimes, but it's true. The more sleep you get, the more fresh your mind is in the morning, and the more you could work on those chemistry and OChem and other bio problems that you may have throughout your entire stay at Berkeley. And that concludes my 3 tips for succeeding in your science classes over at Berkeley. Have fun.
Dun dun dun! This has been now 3 studying tips with Roxanne Coronel and being videoed by me!
Good night!
Yup. What's up?
Your face didn't even show.